everyone and welcome to the Anime Daily, and thanks for joining me as we go over the reasons as to why the opening for the Tower of God anime series is such a good opening. This is one of my favourite openings of 2020, and I'm going to explain my reasons for why I believe that to be the case. Breaking down the themes, the emotions, the visuals, the music, and the symbolism shown within this opening. So of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below on the opening after the video is said and done. But maybe, just maybe, some of the things that I say in this opening will change your mind and make you view it a little bit differently. Who knows? It's very opinionated, of course, because I said that it's one of my favourite of 2020. But I'm interested to see what you have to say about it. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's have a look at what we can unravel from this intro. So this opening shot of the eagle flying through the sky, could this be symbolism pointing towards the things that Bam is going to experience / portraying himself throughout this entire series? As we look at what an eagle symbolizes, it is normally linked with the ideas of victory, longevity, speed, pride, father, and loyalty, which are some of the things that if you've read the webtoon, you'll know that the characters portray throughout the entirety of the series. But at the same time, birds in general do reflect the theme of freedom, which again, are things that our characters are trying to find. Could Bam be trying to find his own freedom as he climbs up through the tower? This is a question that pops into my mind as soon as I saw this opening. After all, we see Bam struggling throughout the entirety of this opening, fighting back and getting up, repeatedly being knocked down and getting back up to his feet, developing and moving forward. Until eventually we see a bright light engulfing Bam. Yes, his expression is quite deadpan. It shows that he's been through a lot. But we bring up the eagle once again. It flies off towards the sky, flies off towards the sunset, thus showing that that bird has freedom, and there's chances that our character in Bam can also have that freedom that he's been trying to find. The shots with Bam struggling, using that body language and facial expressions as a key way to portray what he is feeling and how he is overcoming his situations, I thought was executed really well. As we focus on one character throughout this entire opening, so we know that Bam is going to be the main focal point of this opening, and honestly, I like the way that they're showing him facing his trials and facing different aspects of his personality. It really builds a connection with the viewer from the word go with this opening, saying, look, this is our main character, this is who we're going to focus on, this is some of the stuff he's going to have to overcome. If you like seeing characters develop and grow like this, then that is what we're going to show you, so make sure you stick around and watch out for that. Some of the themes that we get to see from Bam's character are as follows. So we start off with loneliness. We see him sitting on his own, looking really sad and kind of downhearted, with his hands in his knees. This obviously raised a question as to why is Bam alone and why does he feel this way? He looks lost and confused, wandering around a desert-like area or a hallway, both of which appear in the opening. Is he searching for something or someone? We'll have to watch the series and find out. Bam is going to be beaten and tested time and time again, as this is presented in the visuals of him falling over, getting back up onto his feet time and time again, showing that he's going to persevere and get through whatever is thrown at him. We also see glass shattering as he falls from one scene. Does this indicate that his truth, his ideals on the world are going to be shattered as he climbs the tower, as he progresses, and as he finds out new truths and new meanings behind different things? His viewpoints, his views on the world, they're all going to change based on the people that he meets and the things he experienced. It'd be interesting to find out. We see hints of development for this featured character, as scenes of him fading tells us that he might lose his self or his self of being, recreating himself as he learns new things and develops further. We also see at the end his eyes change from that of scared and loneliness and searching to that of determination. We see all of his struggles throughout this intro building him up. As like I said earlier, he gets up after every time he gets knocked down. He gets back up, he perseveres moving forward, and those eyes at the end show real determination and real commitment. meaning that he has developed. We can go back to that scene where he sees the bird at the end. Again, his facial expression is very different. He looks defeated, he looks down, he looks sad. So we know that he's been through a lot. So he is going to develop, whether it's good development or bad development. We'll have to obviously look at the whole series as a collective and make our assumptions based on all the episodes. The animation looks amazing in this intro, while helping to better convey the themes and emotions that are being portrayed from Bam's character and from the series in general. I really do like the way that it's very easy to understand. It's portrayed very clear and very... I said easy just a second ago, so I didn't want to repeat that, but it is, like I said, it's basic and it's easy to follow. So for that reason, I really do appreciate it. It's aesthetically pleasing to look at, and it's not the type of animation where you're like, oh, that's jarring. Why are they doing that? There are some blurry scenes, but at the same time, we can look at those blurry segments and kind of say, well, the things that our main protagonist is going to look at aren't quite cut and dry. They are going to be a bit blurry at some times. He's not going to understand everything from the word go or from what he's been told straight away. Some of the things he's going to be told, he's going to see it through blurry vision until eventually he understands it a lot better and it becomes clearer in his own mind and his own eyes. So that little added effect I do like as well. The opening carries a feeling of uniqueness that makes it different from other animes that I've personally seen before. Normally with anime, you see lots of different characters interact with each other. You see a very lively or depressing or sad feeling when you're watching intro, depending on what they're trying to give you. But this intro focuses on one character and what he's going to go through, what his journey is going to consist of. This I really loved because I like it when we have a clear focus and we have a series say, look, this is a character we are going to heavily invest in. We're going to tell you that right from the word go. So, you know, get used to seeing his face because you're going to see a lot of him. And you know what? It's not giving us anything to kind of go, is that going to happen? Like teasing us for something that's going to happen but never happens before. Because some openings do actually do that. They tease, say, two characters fighting, but then that fight never actually happens in the series. It's just something they wanted to kind of tickle us with. Don't know why I did that, but we're carrying on. Plus, the music is brilliant. It's such a catchy song, and I like the fact that it has a bit of a link to what the series is kind of insinuating as the final goal for our characters. The title of the song is called Top. The goal of our characters within the show is to climb the tower to get to the top to have their wish granted. So, I like that. I like that small little connection that they've got going on. I do really appreciate when anime intros and the music that goes with them kind of link together with the series. I think that is like a really cool little feature that they do. And yeah, that aspect, really cool. Plus, throughout my time of watching the Tower of God anime, I never once skipped this intro. It always got me hyped to watch the episode that was ahead of me, and I genuinely do think this intro is one of the best anime intros of 2020. It's just got a lot to unravel because it's very basic in terms of what it initially presents to you. But then once you dive deeper, once you really look and analyze into it, it's a lot more is going on that first meets the eye. And you know this especially if you've read the webtoon first. But unlike myself, who watched the anime first, then watched the webtoon, read the webtoon second, then yeah, I really did find the intro quite intriguing, and it did make me raise a lot of questions in my own mind, which kept me interested and kept me excited to watch the anime. At the same time as well, you can also say that for anime-only watchers, there's no spoilers of things to come, which again adds to that uniqueness that the intro carries in of itself. So, thumbs up on the music, thumbs up on the way that they've kind of made the intro flow and the way that they've kind of presented it in that respect. It's structured very, very nicely. But as always, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of this intro. Do you think it's one of the better intros of 2020? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one. Plus, if there's anything that I've missed from this intro that you really think I should have covered, then of course let me know in the comments down below. At the same time though, as always, like the video if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and remember, next week we're going to have the Wangnam arc review coming up on this channel, so you want to stick around for that. Trust me, things are spicing up in the Webtoon series. But that's all I've got to say today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you next time. Alligator, matane, goodbye.